Why did I pick this record today? You're gonna find out. Let's check it out. What's up, YouTube? It's this guy, Jeremy McDonald. Let me hear you say it. One of your very favorite people with Parkinson's. Of course, it's Jeremy, also known as J Mac, Jeremy Mac. Let's do this thing. All right, first of all, I got my shirt on here, Parkinson's with Jeremy Mac. These can be yours for the low price of $30. That seemed to be the best meeting between what it costs with shipping and all that. Email me at jmacpodcaster@gmail.com. We've got medium, large, and extra large. If you're a giant or a hobbit, you're gonna have to wait till the next order if there is one. If people seem to dig this, which I think people will. Get a sip of water per my usual. Stay hydrated, folks. All right, it's a little more the same as my video from, I guess, last week where I said I was disappointing doctor visit. I'm just feeling completely overwhelmed right now. It's not really Parkinson's. It is. It's always Parkinson's. Let's be honest. But my son started summer camp, which completely rearranged our schedule. He used to get picked up by the bus. Now we got to drop him off and pick him up, which if you got Parkinson's and you have to drive when you need to drive, sometimes you can't drive and you just have to wait, which screws up carpool. This is my life. We had an electric fence for my beagle Maggie. Well, she found a gap in it somewhere. We have not been able to fix it, so she's not been able to go outside. So guess what she's doing? I caught her peeing in our reptile room. I call it that. And I took her out this morning twice. She won't pee unless she has free roam of the yard. So it's just kind of like that's been really chapping my ass. Two things happened to me yesterday that I'll share with you. Both Parkinson's related. So I went to the post office with my wife, my lovely lady, the lovely Naomi, to mail these shirts, the first batch of them out. By the way, when you get your shirts, people, send a picture of me wearing your shirt. Send me a picture, not a picture of me. Send a picture of yourself wearing the shirt so I can post on Instagram. Show how cool all my listeners are. So we go to the post office, and I'm trying to help my wife, and I just realized how completely enfeebled and useless I was, other than just to stand there. She had to write the envelope. She had to do the transaction. She's like, "Here, you stuff the shirts in the envelopes." I couldn't do it. I was like, my hands just were like iron. They were just like wood. I couldn't do anything, and it was just like frustrating that we go up to the register to check out. Now, I'm not feeling great that yesterday morning, and I think my wife could tell, and I was kind of trying to make small talk with the cashier, and it was just exhausting, just absolutely freaking exhausting just to make simple conversation with this lady. It's like my brain was working, but my mouth wouldn't work, which is odd. But if you ever see me when I'm off, I mumble a lot. That happened, and then the second thing, which was not all bad, but we went to grocery shopping afterwards. My wife was like, "Are you sure you got energy?" I was like, "No, but I'll be just sitting at home feeling like crap," which I probably should have just stayed home. So we go there, and I got the cart, and I go to the back, and I'm getting the bagels, and I hear this voice from next to me in the milk cooler, and it goes, "Hey, I'm like you. I got Parkinson's too." And it's this older man in his 70s, and he's shaking a little bit. And I was like, "Well, I'm among friends. That's kind of cool, or not cool, but it's nice that he felt comfortable enough to show me." And so I went over and I'm talking to him. Apparently, he was in Desert Storm. He was kind of mumbly too, so I couldn't really. He basically said he got Parkinson's from some exposure to something in the military, which is really unfortunate. I hope he's getting taken care of by the Veterans Affairs Committee. And he looks at me and he goes, "Well, you're a lot worse than I am." I was like, "Oh," because I guess I was shaking real bad. Which he's just talking. He doesn't mean anything by it, but it just kind of shined a light for me that I was having a really bad day. So I looked him up on Facebook. I don't know if he'll respond, but I thought, I'll look him up. He's a local guy. just made me feel real crappy the whole day. And then my wife was like, "Do you want to go for a walk? Do you have any energy left?" After we went grocery shopping, I should have said no. But like the record, I was bad company. We're walking. I'm trying to make jokes. The dog's tripping me because we took the dog out, and I'm basically just a grump. And I just that way I pick out that record, bad company. And I just hate being that way. I hate being the guy, the downer, the Debbie Downer at the party. Here's my Maggie. What you doing, baby girl? Can't see her. She's out on the deck with me. So, what's the solution? I mean, there's other things I could go into now. I guess the one other thing is I've just been so so just boiling and stewing in this DBS decision. I feel like for me, I made the right one, and I thank you guys for all your input and feedback. I have not had one person tell me you're doing the wrong thing, which is great, but it's this long process. I mean, I'm not happy about not having any real treatment options that work for me, but it's just for me is I just got to go it kind of with medication at this point, and hope for the best later on with stem cells or something. I don't even know what to think. I've just been kind of dealing with the fact that I'm getting older. And my birthday was in May, which as you get older, your birthday becomes less and less fun, less and less important. Oh yeah, and then we're in the checkout at the grocery lane, and the guy, our checker is like 84, and I'm like, he's like, "How you doing, man?" And I was like, "Well, I feel old." He goes, "You're not old," and I was like, I mean, I'm 48, he's 84. Flip the number. And he kind of said something along the lines of like, "You got a long way to go." And I'm like, oh, I think I'm back along the lines of think I will make it to 84. And he goes, "Your wife don't like hearing you say that." And it's so true. I just been a crab ass. I've been, you know that scene in the end of Planet of the Apes, the Charlton Heston one, where he finds the Statue of Liberty. And he starts yelling, "You blew it up." I just want to go, "God damn you all to hell!" It's just like I want to just beat my fist in the air and on the ground and just scream. Which maybe I should do that, let it out. But I just feel completely overwhelmed. But here's what I do. This is my solution. Here's the upside of it all. Whenever I'm starting to feel overwhelmed, I take a moment, I sit down, and I think of all the things I've done that morning. Dishes, laundry, cleaning up dog urine, all the fun stuff. Organizing my basement. I'm getting ready to open, kind of open is probably the wrong word, but make available my movie collection on my DVD to my friends. I'm going to set up my own mini Blockbuster down there, and I got to. So I've been decluttering. So it's just like you got to find the things you did and say, "Aha, I did that. I did that." It's just like make a list, make a mental list, or maybe even make one out physically. And just remind yourself how productive you've been. And my wife was such a sweetheart. She told me, she said, "Well, she's like, you may not be able to help me with the post office, which I got a way to streamline that, by the way. We figured out a solution to that. She's like, "But you're great at laundry, you're great at dishes, you're great at vacuuming." I'm like, "Yeah, it's just I miss skateboarding, miss playing in a band," which I don't even think I'd have time to do that. I am 48. I probably should have hung up the skateboard a while ago, just for the sake of my own health. But so I just have to remind myself, and that's my tip to you guys today. Remind yourself of everything you did today, or whatever. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe you're feeling down tomorrow. And I'm not saying all this for people to feel sorry for me. I live a good life. It's like it's beautiful out here. I can't tell you how beautiful it is out here in St. Louis right now. I mean, if you've ever been to the Midwest, it's either scorching hot or just blistering cold. And we've had a very temperate spring so far. Maggie, what you doing? Where's my puppy? So, yeah, there you go. That's all I got. I mean, I always try to end on a good note. So, but once again, if you want your t-shirts, email me at jmacpodcaster@gmail.com. Figure out if we got your size, and then I'll send you the Venmo info. Get it out. I don't know if we'll probably do it. It depends on how many orders we get. If we get a lot of orders, it'll be weekly. But if we're just trickling, it might only be bi-weekly. just email me. We'll figure out what's going on. That's all I got. Peace and love from the currently sunny and beautiful city of St. Louis.